Hi, hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Manorama Horizon's live session. And today we will be discussing a mock test that we have already had 2-3 days back. So we will be having the discussion on that particular mock paper that we have already given you. So let's wait for others to join. Give them some minute. Once again, welcoming you all to this live sessions. Today, we will be discussing the model question paper that we have already given to you. So there might be many doubts that you have while solving that question paper, right? So we will be looking at those questions, not those particular questions, but every questions in this session. It will be almost like maybe 1.5 hours. Maybe it might go till 2 hours. So how long we keep on discussing till that it might go. And you can do one thing, you can put all your doubts in the chat session. You can put that in the chat box here, right? So put those doubts in the chat box and get it cleared. Okay. So let's start with the first section. That is a 1-mark section where we have around 20 questions, right? We have 20 questions in that, and it's all multiple choice. And the last 2 questions are assertion reasoning type questions. So let's start with the first question that we have. That is, if P is equal to A, B, Q, and Q is equal to A square B. I'm reading the question again, okay? So if P is equal to A, B raised to 3, and Q is equal to A square B, where P and Q are positive integers, A and B are the prime numbers, then what is the LCM of P and Q? Okay, so they are given P and Q are what? Positive integers, and A, B are prime numbers. So what is the LCM of PQ? Finding the LCM of 2 numbers is a very easy question that we can do without even coming to 10th, right? You can do that when you are in 8th or 7th also. So what will be the LCM of PQ here? So P is nothing but AB cube. So P is AB raised to 3, right? And Q is equal to A square B. Now to find the LCM or the least common multiple of PQ, what we have to do here is look at the P value. It is A B raised to 3. And look at the first term, A. Look at Q. You have A square, right? So which has the maximum power, A or A square? A square. So definitely A square should come as the least common multiples first term. Now look at the next one, B raised to 3, and you have a B. So when you have B raised to 3 and B, what do you have to do? You have to take the highest power there, that is B raised to 3. So A square B raised to 3 will be the LCM, or that is option C. Understood? So any doubts in this question? Finding the LCM of PQ here. P is A B cube and Q is what? A square B. So using just the rules of finding the LCM, the normal rules of finding the LCM, we have got the answer as A square B raised to 3. Okay, moving on to the next one. The next question, let Q be a prime number, another prime number. So let Q be a prime number. And the quadratic equation having its roots as factors of Q is what? There are 4 options given there. And look at the question, let Q be what? A prime number. So what are the factors of Q? If Q is a prime number, the factors of Q will be Q and 1 itself, right? Any doubts in that? When you have a number which is a prime number, it won't have any other factors other than that particular number and 1. There won't be any extra factors. So you can be sure these 2 are the factors there. These 2 are the factors. So when you have these 2 as the factors, and now when you have to form a quadratic equation, what is the general form of a quadratic equation? We know that it can be formed using x square minus a plus b into x plus ab. We have studied that. And since it is an equation, put equal to 0. Don't just simply write this much. You have to put that is equal to what? 0. So when you put it equal to 0, and you know this is a general form, what is this a plus b? The sum of roots. What is ab? The product of roots. So this a plus b is the sum of roots, and this ab is the product of roots. And we have the roots here, the factors q and 1. So what will be the quadratic equation? You can simply write it as x square, okay, minus, what are the factors q and 1? What is the sum? Q plus 1. The sum is what? Q plus 1 into, you have an x plus, what is the product of the factors q and 1? What is the product of q and 1? It is nothing but q itself. And this will be equal to 0, or you can say this is the quadratic equation which has the roots as what? The prime number, that is q is a prime number, and that factors as the root here, that is q and 1. So x square minus q plus 1 x plus q. The first option is the right answer here. Any doubts in this one? Can we move on to the next one? Okay. So moving on to the next one, you have another question in polynomials. So when you have a question in polynomials, just read out the question. If 1 0 of a polynomial or quadratic polynomial, x square plus 4x plus k is equal to 3, and what is the value of k from that? They're asking, you are given a polynomial, x square plus 4x plus k, and 1 0 of that particular polynomial, is 3. Now, what will be the value of the unknown quantity, or what is the value of k? That is a question. So whenever you are given a polynomial, and whenever you are given a 0 of that particular polynomial, how can you find out the values that are missing there? Just put that 0 inside that polynomial. So I have the polynomial here as x square plus 4x plus k. That is a polynomial p of x. They won't be giving it as p of x in the question, but we have to generally take it as p of x. So I'm taking that as p of x. Okay, so I took the polynomial as p of x, that is x square plus 4x plus k. And now I have a root that is 3. So when I have a root that is 3, or 1 0, I can call it as 0. So when I have the 0 as 3, just put that value here. You get 3 square, okay, plus 4 into 3 plus k. This is what I get. Now, what will be this value equal to? Since it is a 0 of the polynomial, this entire thing will be equal to 0. This entire polynomial will now become equal to 0, right? Any confusion in that particular step? I hope there is nothing, right? So 3 square plus 4 into 3 plus k will be equal to 0. That is 9 plus 12 plus k will be equal to 0. What is 9 plus 12? 21 plus k, 0. So what is the value of k? You can simply write it as minus 21. So negative 21 will be the value of k in this particular polynomial. Understood? So what is given in the question? A polynomial. But there is an unknown quantity inside the polynomial k. And they are giving us a 0 of that particular polynomial. So when you have a 0, and what you have to find the value of k, you just need to substitute that value of 0 inside the polynomial and equate it with what? 0. This applies for all the questions in zeros of a polynomial. Whenever you are given a 0, just put that particular 0 inside the polynomial and equate it with what? 0. And finally, you will be getting the value of the unknown quantity. Okay, got the point? How to do this question? Okay, so can we move to the next one? Third question is a very easy type question because it's just 1 or 2 steps maximum. You can decrease the number of steps. You don't need this much calculation. You don't need this calculation. You can directly even write this k is equal to negative 21, right? So I hope this part is clear. Can move on to the next one. Next one, we have the fourth question, that is the system of equations 4x plus y is equal to 3 and 5k minus 1 into x plus k minus 1 into y is equal to 4k plus 2 is inconsistent. What is given there? The pair of equation is inconsistent. What is the value of k? Again, they are asking us to find the value of an unknown quantity, right? But this chapter is not polynomials. It is what? The pair of linear equations. This question is coming from the pair of linear equations. And what they're asking, they are giving us two equations or pair of equations, and they're saying it is inconsistent. We know that when we have two system of equations, a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. From that, if they are inconsistent, what is the condition that we have to use? Remember, when they are inconsistent, the condition is a1 by a2 will be equal to b1 by b2, which is not equal to c1 by c2, right? a1 by a2 will be equal to b1 by b2, but will not be equal to c1 by c2. Remember what this graph might look like? We have studied that also. The graph will look like two parallel lines. Because of this condition, that is inconsistent condition, you can say the graph of the two lines will be two parallel lines. When they are parallel, will there be any intersection point? Are they meeting at some point? No, they're not meeting at any point. Since they're not meeting at any point, is there a particular solution for that particular equations given there? There is no solution for those equations also, because they are parallel. The lines are parallel. So I have just drawn this figure for reference, just for knowledge. You might have questions from this side also. That is, they might give you a graph and they might ask you what type of equation is that. That equations are what? Inconsistent equations. They will not be having a particular solution because they are parallel. They never meet each other, right? So a1 by a2 will be equal to b1 by b2, will not be equal to c1 by c2. Now, what is a, what is b, and what is c? Or a1, b1, c1, and what is a2, b2, c2? A is 4 and a1 is 4, a2 is 5k minus 1, yes. Then you have b1, that is 1, because there is no other term along with y, you can take that as 1. And what will be the other one? It will be k minus 1, that is b2 will be k minus 1, and which is not equal to c1 by c2. So I'm not taking this case here to find the value of k. I'm not taking the last case. I'm only taking the first two cases. So I can write a as 4, then a2 as 5k minus 1, and this will be equal to what is b1? It will be 1 by the b2 value will be k minus 1. Now to find out the value of k, what you have to do? Cross multiply, right? So when you cross multiply, you will be getting it as 4k minus 4, simple. Then 5k minus 1 into 1 is what? 5k minus 1 itself. Now taking this to the left side, you will be getting 4k minus 5k or minus k. Then 1 minus 1 plus 4 is how much? 3. So you have k is equal to final answer, that will be negative 3. So this is the value of k that you're getting there. Understood? So how to find the value of k? The equations are inconsistent. So I used this form, and I don't need the third part, that is not equal to c1 by c2 is not needed to find the value of k. I just only need these two. So when I use these two, I got the value of k as what? Negative 3. Clear? Any doubts in this one to find the value of k? There are many questions that we have done to find the value of k, right? Till now, I think, yeah. So we have already had two questions to find the value of k. One is in which chapter? One is in the polynomial chapter, and the other one we have in the pair of linear equations. Let's move on to the next one, and let's find out how many questions we have to find out k in how many questions more. Okay. Yes. Another one question over here is, you have 3 vertices of a parallelogram taken in order, minus 2, 0, 2, 1, and 1, 2. What is the coordinates of the 4th vertex? Which chapter is this question from? Any idea? You are given a parallelogram with the 3 vertices around it, and you have to find the 4th vertex. And when you have the 4th, when you don't know the 4th vertex, actually which chapter does it come from? Anyway, these are coordinates, right? You are having the coordinates minus 2, 0, 2, 1, and 1, 2. So anyway, this can be from which one? The coordinate geometry, where you have section formula and distance formula. Along with that, you have the midpoint formula also, right? So you have different formulas in that particular chapter, coordinate geometry. Now, using which property, we have to solve this question to find out the fourth vertex of the parallelogram. That is a question. There is a challenge here. So let's draw a parallelogram here. Yes. So I have a parallelogram. I'm naming it as A, B, C, and D. So I have four vertices also. And in order, I have -2, 0, 2, 1, and 1, 2. So I'm just plotting those points here. 2, 0. Sorry, -2, 0. And you have 2, 1 and 1, 2. And I don't know what is the fourth vertex D. Do I know that? Do you know that? You might know that, but what is the method that we will be using here? Let's see that. So anyhow, in these type of questions, the first thing that will come into our mind is that since it is a parallelogram, the opposite sides will be parallel as well as they will be equal. So we might be going for distance formula, right? Since they are equal, the lengths are equal, we might go for the distance formula. But going for the distance formula will only take more time. It might get you the answer, but it might take a lot of time to find out what is the exact fourth vertex. So to find out the fourth vertex easily, don't use this distance formula. Instead, use what? The midpoint formula. Now, how to use the midpoint formula? That I'll say. When you have the diagonal AC and when you have the other diagonal BD, when you have two diagonals, in a parallelogram, you have studied in class 8th and 9th, maybe in 7th also, that is in a parallelogram, the diagonals intersect or bisect each other. They bisect each other means they have a common midpoint. They have a what? Common midpoint. Yes. So since I have A and C, can I find the midpoint of AC? Yes, I can easily find out the midpoint of AC. Okay, so what will be the midpoint of AC? The midpoint of AC will be, since I have -2, 0 and 1, 2, what is -2 plus 1? It is x coordinates -2 plus 1 by 2. That will be the x coordinate of that particular midpoint. Yes. The y coordinate will be 0 plus 2 by 2. So this gives us what? -2 plus 1 is how much? -1 by 2. 0 plus 2 by 2 is 1. So this is the midpoint. This is the midpoint which is over here, right? Now, since it is a parallelogram, I told you the other diagonal will also have the same midpoint. That is, BD will also have the same midpoint. So if I take this BD, I don't know what is D here. So I'm taking that as XY. So I'm taking that coordinates as what? XY. So if I have that coordinate as XY and this is 2, 1, what will be the midpoint of XY and 2, 1? For XY and 2, 1, the midpoint will be x plus 2 by 2. Yes. And y plus 1 by 2, right? This will be the midpoint of BD. Now, this midpoint and this one over here, are they at the same position? Yes, they are at the same position because the diagonals will always bisect each other in a parallelogram. So x plus 2 by 2 and y plus 1 by 2 will be equal to -1 by 2 and 1. So what you can write? You can write the x coordinates first. That is x plus 2 by 2 will be equal to, what is this one? -1 by 2. So 2 cancelled, the 2 goes here. So what do you get? X is equal to -1 minus 2 or -3. So what is the value of x that you get here? -3. So that is the x value. Okay. Now to find out the y value, take what? Y plus 1 by 2. Now what is that equal to? 1. So when you cross multiply, you get y plus 1 is equal to 2 or y is equal to 2 minus 1. That is 1. So y value is 1. So x value you got -3, y value I got 1. So what will be the final answer? This instead of xy, what I can write? I can write that xy as -3, 1. So this, the fourth vertex will be -3, 1, which is the first option here. Got it? How to find the answer for this one? So the 3 vertices are given in a parallelogram. To find out the fourth vertex, don't use the distance formula. Use the midpoint formula. And how to use the midpoint formula? Take the diagonals, and the diagonals midpoints will be the same because they bisect each other. And using that, you will be getting the final vertex, that is the fourth vertex of this particular parallelogram. Got it? Okay. So can we move on to the next one? Yeah. The sixth question we have from area of similar triangles. Similar triangles, or to find the area of particular similar triangles. It is given that triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. If AM and PN are altitudes of triangle ABC and triangle PQR, and AB square is to PQ square is 9:16, then what is AM is to PN? What is AM is to PN? That is a question. So the altitudes are given, and you have to find the ratio of that particular altitude. That is a question, right? So it is given AB square by PQ square will be equal to 9 by 16. That is equal to 9 by 16. Now, what will be that ratio of the altitudes? So if I draw two triangles, ABC and another one, PQR, and let me draw the altitudes also, that is AM, and the altitudes here as PN. We know that when the two triangles are similar, their areas will be equal to, the ratio of their areas will be equal to the square of the corresponding sides, right? The square of the corresponding sides. So you can write area of triangle ABC divided by area of triangle PQR will be equal to AB square by PQ square, or that will be also equal to AC square by PR square, or that will also be equal to BC square by QR square. This is what we have studied. That is, it will be equal to the square of the corresponding sides. But not only to the sides, it will also be equal to the square of the corresponding altitudes. Remember, it will also be equal to the square of the corresponding altitudes. So you have the altitude as AM. So you can write it as AM square divided by, what is the altitude here? PN. So PN square. So area of triangle ABC by area of triangle PQR will be equal to this also. Yes. And it is given AB square and PQ square, the ratio between those two as 9:16. So can you take these two as equal? Yes. So I can write AM square by PN square is equal to 9 by 16. That will be equal to 9 by 16. Now I don't need AM square by PN square. I just need AM by PN. So what will be AM by PN? When I take the square out, it will become the root of 9 by 16. And what is the root of 9? 3. What is the root of 16? 4. So the answer will be 3:4 or 3 by 4. The ratio will be 3:4. Got it? So this will be the answer. That is 3:4 will be the exact answer for this particular question. Clear? How to find the answer for the sixth one? Okay. Okay. So moving on to the next one. Another question from trigonometry, right? So trigonometry might be easy for some, might be hard for some. So what is the answer for this question? If x is equal to what? X is equal to tan, sorry, not x is equal to, if x tan 60 cos 60 is equal to sin 60 cot 60, then what is the value of x? So they are giving us a trigonometric equation and asking us to find the value of x. So to find out the value of x, just look at the equation. X tan 60 cos 60 is equal to sin 60 cot 60. We know the values of tan 60, cot 60, sin 30, for sin 45, all these things, right? So you just need to directly put all these values there. So when you put the values, you get x into tan 60 is nothing but √3, right? Cos 60 is what? 1 by 2. This will be equal to sin 60 is what? √3 by 2 into cot 60 is what? 1 by √3. So when you have all this, you can simply find out. Cancel this √3 and √3. Yes. 1 by 2 and this 2 over here, they get cancelled, and you are only left with this √3. So that √3 goes down and you get x is equal to 1 by √3. So x value is nothing but 1 by √3. X value is nothing but what? 1 by √3. But in the options, do you have any 1 by √3 as an option? You don't have that as an option. You have sin 30, you have cos 30, you have tan 30, and you have cot 30. Which out of those 4 options will give us 1 by √3? Just look at that. Sin 30 is 1 by 2. That is not going to give us a value. Cos 30 is √3 by 2. That is also not giving us a value. Cot 30 is what? Cot 30 is √3. That is also not giving us a value. What is tan 30? Tan 30 is nothing but 1 by √3. So what will be the answer? Tan 30 will be the answer for this particular question. So x will be equal to nothing but tan 30. Simple question. Put the values directly, and you know that. What are the values of tan 60, cos 60, and cot 60 also, sin 60 also they are asking, right? So putting those values, you will be getting the exact value of x. Got it? Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Yeah. The next one, 8th question. If 2x, x plus 9, 3x plus 18 are in arithmetic progression. So you have 3 terms which are in AP, arithmetic progression, right? And they are asking us to find the value of x. So you know that when three terms are in AP or in any terms are in AP, their common differences will be the same. So let's use that same rule here. So 2x, x plus 9 and 3x plus 18, right? So I'm just writing that down here, 2x, x plus 9 and 3x plus 18. So these three are in AP or in arithmetic progression. So what is the difference between these two? It will be x plus 9 minus 2x, right? Yes. That will be equal to, what is the difference between the third and the second term? That is 3x plus 18 minus x plus 9. So these two will be equal. Yes, this is the difference between the first two terms. And this is the difference between the next two terms. Yes. So when you take that, you will be getting x plus 9 minus 2x as minus x plus 9, right? You will be getting that as minus x plus 9. And when you subtract these two, 3x minus x is 2x. 18 minus 9 is plus 9. So you get minus x plus 9 is nothing but 2x plus 9. 9 gets cancelled. You are only left with all the x terms, right? So you get 2x and this minus x comes to the right side, you get 3x, and that is equal to 0. When 3x is equal to 0, what is x? Normally that will also become 0. So the value of x is nothing but 0. So what will be the answer? This first option will be the answer. That is, the value of x will be equal to 0. Got it? Okay. So that is about 8th question, where you have used the properties of an arithmetic progression or how an arithmetic sequence behave. So how does an arithmetic sequence behave? The difference between the consecutive terms will be same. That is, the second term minus the first term will be equal to what? A2 minus A1 will be equal to A3 minus A2, and that will also be equal to A4 minus A3, and the list goes on. You cannot end this, because as many terms you have in the arithmetic progressions, you can still write what that is equal to. So A2 minus A1 will be equal to A3 minus A2, and that will also be definitely equal to A4 minus A3, and so on. It goes infinitely for all the arithmetic progressions. So I have just used that particular rule and I got the answer for X. Clear? Any doubts in those questions? 8 questions we have discussed so far. Let's move on to the 9th one. I hope this session is engaging to everyone and nobody is feeling bored, because I hope everyone is keen to know what their answers are. You might have already finished that question paper, and I'm hoping you guys are finding this session very useful to you, because you're not just getting the answer, you're getting the explanation too with that, right? And in the same case, in the same sense, you might be having other doubts also. So I told you in the beginning, put those doubts in the chat session. Don't forget to put that. Okay. Okay. So let's move on to the next one. Yeah. So we have another one, that is a 9th question. The area of a circle that can be inscribed in a square of side 8 centimeters. Simple question. So just draw a square for reference. Always draw a diagram which the question is asking as a rough diagram itself, right? It's very important. Other than construction chapters, you don't have a construction chapter in your syllabus right now, but even for other chapters also, when you have questions, just draw a rough diagram there for all your references, because you cannot draw the diagram in your question paper and say, okay, teacher, I have drawn those question paper and figures in the question paper, and you should be giving me the mark, because the teachers will always look for proof how you got the answer right. Whenever you're having questions and whenever teacher is having doubt, okay, did you copy this from someone? No, I did not copy, but there is a proof. The diagram should be there, or the formula should be there, the steps should be there, and all the calculations also should be shown in your answer paper. Don't forget that. Okay. Along with this session, I'm also telling you those tips. Don't forget your calculations. Don't write your calculations on your question paper. Always draw diagrams, whatever diagrams, whatever calculations, whatever steps, draw, put, write everything that in your answer sheet itself. Don't mind about the paper that you are taking more paper for the exam. Don't worry about that. The teachers will definitely give you more papers. They are happy to do so. Okay. So let's move on to the next one. The area of a circle that can be inscribed in a square of side 8 centimeter. So I have a square 8 centimeter, and I need a circle which can fit inside that and which will have the maximum area, right? Which will be having the maximum area. So when I have a circle which is inside that particular square, what happens to the radius of that, or what happens to the diameter of that circle? The diameter will be exactly same as 8. No doubt? Yes. So the diameter of that circle will be 8. Now, what about the radius of that circle? So the diameter is 8. The radius will be definitely half of that. That is 4 centimeter. So the radius, this much, will be equal to 4 centimeter. No doubt? Yes. So you have the radius of the circle. Yes. Now they are asking us to find out the area of the circle. Simple, right? So to find out the area of the circle, just use the formula pi r square. Just use the formula what? Pi r square. So using that, pi into r square is 4 square, or you get it as 16 pi. Do we need to put the value of pi? No, because all the options are having pi only, right? So I don't need to put the value of pi. I just need to leave it like that, and you get 16 pi centimeter square. Don't forget to put the unit also, because you have the side of the square in centimeter. So don't forget the centimeter square unit when you write the area. Got it? So what will be the area of that particular circle which is inside the square? It will be 16 pi centimeter square. Okay, clear? Moving on to the next one. Yeah. So another one in circles. Another question from circles. 10th one. From a point A, the length of the tangent to a circle is 12 centimeter and the distance of A from the center is 13 centimeter. What is the radius of the circle? Draw the diagram. I told you, draw the diagram. So I have to draw the diagram. So from a point A, the length of tangent to a circle is 12 centimeters. So I have to draw a circle first. So there is a point outside the circle, that is A. The length of the tangent to the circle is 12 centimeter. Okay. And so I'm drawing that. Yes. So this is 12 centimeter. And now they are asking, they're saying the distance of the point A from the center, this much distance will be 13 centimeter. Okay. And they are asking me to find out the radius of the circle. So this is the diagram that I need there. Yes. Got it? I hope you can see this radius line that I've drawn, which is in a yellow color there. Might be finding it difficult to see, but yeah, there is an yellow line over there. Okay. The radius is marked so. So you have the 12 centimeter here. You have the 13 centimeter here. I need to find out this radius r. That is a question. Look here, easy. You know that the radius and the tangent always makes an angle what? 90 degrees, 60 degree, 45 degree, 30 degree. What? First angle, that is a, which one? 90 degrees. So this angle over here will be 90 degree. So if I write it as AOB, this AOB is now definitely a right angled triangle, right? Because it has an angle 90 degree inside that. So there is an angle 90 degree, and this will be definitely a right angle triangle where I can use the Pythagoras theorem, right? Simply I use the Pythagoras theorem. I understood I have to use the Pythagoras theorem only after drawing the diagram. Without drawing the diagram, will I be able to understand that? No, I won't be able to understand this. So draw the diagram, get the idea what property that I have to use here. So I have to use, or you have to use what? Pythagoras theorem to find out OB. And you know that Pythagoras theorem says OB square is equal to the hypotenuse square, that is 13 square, minus this one, that is the altitude or base, whatever it is. So you can write it as 13 square minus 12 square, or that gives us 169 minus 144, or that is equal to 25. So OB square is nothing but 25. OB square is 25. What is OB? OB is nothing but a root of 25. We know that it is simply 5 centimeters. So this option B is giving us the answer, that is 5 centimeter will be the radius of this particular circle. So what did I use there? Pythagoras theorem. How did I know that it is Pythagoras theorem? By drawing the diagram, which I got the information. I got the information from the question. I did not get the information anywhere from anywhere else, right? I got the information exactly from the question. I read the question. I draw the diagram. I marked all the values that I need. I marked all the sides. I marked all the vertices. That is AOB. That is just for reference. You don't need to mention AOB, but you can simply take that as what? A itself, and write the formula, that is radius r square is equal to what? You can also write like this: radius r square is equal to 13 square minus 12 square. You don't need to write this OB square is equal to this one. You can simply write it as r square itself. That is also fine. Got it? Understood? What to do for the 10th one? Clear? So far, I think, yeah, around half an hour is done. So we have finished almost 10 questions right now, right? So let me just have a small water break, maybe maximum 1 minute or 2 minutes it will take. So do rejoin after that, and I'll be coming back soon just to, yeah, just after maybe 1 minute, I'll just take a small water break and come. Okay. So we'll finish all the remaining questions after that. Okay. Stay tuned. Mute ആണോ? Mute. Yeah, so I'm back, everyone. So let's move on to the next one. The 11th question. Volume and surface area, right? Yeah. So volume and surface area of a solid hemisphere are numerically equal. What is the diameter of the hemisphere? That is the question. So they are saying that there's a solid hemisphere. So I'll just draw a small rough diagram there. So I have a hemisphere with radius r. So they are saying the volume and surface area of this solid hemisphere are numerically equal. So what is the volume of a hemisphere? The half of sphere, that is 2 by 3 pi r cube. The volume of the hemisphere. And the surface area of a solid hemisphere. So surface area of a solid hemisphere will be 2 pi r square, right? Yeah, so that will be 2 pi r square. Now they're asking us to find out what is the exact diameter. Yeah, they're asking us to find out the diameter of the hemisphere. So when they're asking us to find the diameter of the hemisphere, I can say that since they're numerically equal, I can take 2 by 3 pi r raised to 3 will be equal to 2 pi r square, right? Yes. And from there, I can say pi and pi gets cancelled, 2 and 2 gets cancelled, r cube, yeah, you have r, this one gets cancelled, and you have r is equal to how much? 3 centimeters. So what do you get? R, the radius as what? 3 centimeters. So you have the radius as 3 centimeter, right? So when you have the radius as 3 centimeter, they're asking us to find out the diameter. So the diameter will be the double of the radius. So 2 times the radius, that is 2 into 3, will be equal to 6 centimeters. So what will be the diameter of this particular which one? Yeah, hemisphere. It will be 6 centimeter, which is option A. Got it? So that is given there. Volume and surface area are numerically equal. So I wrote the formula for volume. I wrote the formula for surface area. And from that, I got this R. Yes, I equated those two. They are equal. I equated those two and got the value of R. They are not asking me the value of R. They are asking me the value of the diameter. So take the double of it. 6 centimeter will be the final answer for that particular question. Okay. Yeah. So moving on to the next one. I hope this is an easy question. For the following distribution, they are asking to find out the upper limit of the model class. You know what is a mode, right? What is a mode of a particular frequency distribution table? The mode will be the highest frequency there, right? Whatever is the table that you have given there in the question, you are given there in the question, the highest frequency will be what you call the mode. So which has the highest frequency here? 7, 18, 9, 25, 27, 12. 27 is the highest frequency. And what is the corresponding the class interval there? It is 20, 25. So the class interval will be 20, 25. So they're asking not the class interval, the upper limit of the class interval. So what will be the upper limit? Definitely 25. So this will be the answer. That is 25 will be the upper limit of the model class for this question, right? So what will be the mode of a particular interval? Sorry, not particular interval, particular frequency distribution table. Look for the highest frequency. Whatever class interval is corresponding to that, that is the highest model class, or what you call the model class, right? So in that model class, they're asking me the upper limit. Sometimes they can ask you what is the lower limit. Sometimes they can ask you what is the class size or class mark. So there can be different types of questions that can come in this particular way, just by using this particular table or frequency distribution table. Okay. Moving on to the next one. Yeah. A card is selected at random. A card is selected at random from a well-shuffled deck of 52 cards. The probability of it being a red face card. What is the probability that card is a red face card? That is a question. How many cards are given there? 52. You know that 52 cards are there. And when you have 52 cards, there are different colors, right? What are the different colors in cards? You have a red, you have a black. So you have red as what? Hearts and diamonds. Hearts and diamonds are red colors. And then you have spade and club as what? The black colors. So these two are of what color? Red color. These two are of black color. And inside the hearts, they're asking me to find out the probability of a red face card. What are the face cards in a particular deck of 52 cards? You have a king, queen, and you have what? Jack. So you have K, Q, J. So these three are the face cards. So there will be different sets in all the hearts. There will be 3. Diamond, there will be 3. Spade also, there will be 3. Club also, there will be 3. But look here, they're asking me only to find out the red face card. Which is the red face card? Is this 6 the red face card? Yes. So there are only 6 red face cards. Total face cards are 12, but when you take only red, there are only 6. So what is the probability? The probability of getting When you write for the exam, write the full answer as a complete step. Don't miss any particular steps in between. So P of getting what? The red face card. What is the probability of getting a red face card? It is B6 by 52. There are total 52 cards. 6 by 52. Any options there? Yeah, you have 3 by 52, 2 by 26, 1 by 50. So I just have to simplify this further. So cancel it by 2, you get 3. And when you cancel here, the denominator becomes 26. So you get it as 3 by 26, which is there in the option D. Got it? So what will be the answer for that particular question? It will be 3 by 26. So the total number of red cards is 26, but you have only 6 red face cards. So when you have 6 red face cards, what do you have to do? The total probability will be 6 by the total cards, that is 52. So 6 by 52, or when you simplify it, you will be getting it as 3 by 26. Got it? Understood? Can we move on to the next one? Yeah. So moving on to the next one, you will be having a question, that is question number 14. What is the question? If the quadratic equation x square plus 6x plus k is equal to 0 has real and equal roots, what is the value of k? That is a question. So your quadratic equation has equal and real roots. They're asking me to find out the value of k. So when you have a quadratic equation over here, which has equal and real roots, we know that when they have equal and real roots, the quadratic equation's discriminant, or b square minus 4ac, will be equal to what? 0. So the discriminant of a quadratic equation will be 0, right? Now what is the standard form of a quadratic equation? Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So in that quadratic equation, the discriminant, or b square minus 4ac, will be equal to 0. Yes. Now identify what is b, what is a, and what is c. You have ax square, so you have x square plus 6x plus k, right? So you have a equal to 1 because the coefficient of x square is 1. You have b is equal to 6, and you have c is equal to what? K. So put those values here. So when you put those values there, you will be getting 6 square minus 4 into 1 into k, which will be equal to 0, or you get 36 minus 4k is equal to 0. Yes. Solve that equation, you get 4k is equal to 36, or the value of k will be equal to 9. So what is the value that you are getting there? K, that is equal to 9, or that is a third option. Got it? So quadratic equation is given, and they are saying they have equal and real roots. When they have equal and real roots, what is the condition? The discriminant, or b square minus 4ac, will be definitely equal to 0, and using that you can find out the value of k. So this is the third question where you are finding the missing value k, right? In the first, I think the fourth and the fifth question, we already found out what is the value of k. Now this is the 14th question where they are asking us to find the value of k again. So there is a quadratic equation. I think in the previous question we did one in polynomials and then in pair of linear equations. Now we have in quadratic equations also to find out the value of k. So this is one general type of question that comes frequently, right? So do remember these type of questions for the exam also. Okay. Can we move on to the next one? Yeah, 15th one. Sides of a similar triangle. We have already discussed the sides thing before, right? So sides of a similar triangles are in the ratio 3:6. So what is the area of these triangles? What is the ratio of those triangles? Area of the triangles. So you have 3:6 as a sides. So the area ratio, let's take it as ABC and PQR. The general way of taking two triangles, always ABC, PQR, or XYZ. Yes. So when you have two triangles, ABC and PQR, and their sides are the ratio 3:6, what about their areas? Their areas will be the square of that. So 3 square by 6 square, or that is 9 by 36. So 9 by 36, or in ratio, what you can write? 9:36, which comes over here. So that is option B. Got it? Understood. Question number 15. Simple. Sides of two similar triangles given in the ratio 3:6. Their areas will be in the ratio of the square. So when you take the square, you will be getting 3 square as 9 and 6 square as what? 36. Okay. Yeah. Moving on to the next one. In the figure, PA and PB are tangents to the circle with center O, and angle APB is nothing but 60 degree. What will be the angle OAB? That is a question. So what will be angle OAB? So let's mark OAB. This is the angle OAB, right? Yeah, this is OAB. They're asking us to find out what is this angle OAB. So you have this angle over here as 60 degree. If this angle is 60 degree, what about this one? that is AOB. What is angle AOB? You can ignore this line AB for now. And what is angle over here? Since it is the meeting point of the radius and the tangent, is an angle there 90 degree? Yes, that is 90 degree. What is the angle over here? That is also 90 degree, right? So what is the sum of these two angles? It will be 180 degree. That will be 180 degree. So what will be the sum of this angle and this angle over here? That will also definitely be 180 degree. So this 60 degree plus this angle AOB, that is a central angle made by the two radii, will be equal to 180 degree, right? So 60 degree plus angle AOB will be definitely equal to 180 degree, or angle AOB, from that you get it as 180 minus 60, that is 120 degree. So this angle over here will be 120 degree. Now, what is the next question? They are not asking us to find out the central angle. They are asking us to find out this angle OAB. Now, what should I do to find out that angle? So yeah, I'll just remove this 90 degree over here. This is 120 degree that we got, and this one here. So 60 degree we have 120 degree over here. Now look at this triangle AOB. Look at triangle AOB. Okay, look at the triangle AOB. So when you look at the triangle AOB, since OA and OB are the radii, you know that OA will be equal to OB. Definitely it will be equal because they both are the radii of that particular triangle. OA is equal to OB. And now, since it is an isosceles triangle, can you say this angle over here and this angle over here are both equal? Yes. So if I take this as X, this angle should also be X, right? So 120, so you have already an angle 120. Now you got other two angles X. So 120 plus X should be definitely equal to 180 degree. Yes. X plus X is nothing but 2X. 120 goes here to the right side, you get 180 minus 120, that is 60 degree. So you have 2X as 60, not X as 60. So you have 2X as 60. So what will be the X value? It will be 60 divided by 2, that will be 30 degrees. So what is the exact value of X here? It will be 30 degree. So if I got X, this angle over here will be equal to 30 degree, which is option A. Got the answer? Understood. So this answer over here, or this angle OAB over there, will be equal to 30 degree. Now, you don't need to use all these steps to find out this particular value. You can use simple steps also. You don't need all this because it's a multiple choice question. You don't need to show all these steps. So I'll also tell you how to find out this angle easily. Okay, so look here. I'll just clear everything. Yeah. You have this angle over here, 60 degree. Yes. So to find out this angle, that is, if angle OAB is asked, just take the half of that angle. So what is the half of that 60 degree? It will be 30 degrees. So you can also use this as an easy method to find out this angle OAB, or you can use even for this angle over here also, right? Understood. So this angle over here will be equal to 30 degree just by taking the half of this 60. If this was 90 over here, what will be the angle? This angle will be 45. So just remember this easy trick also, that if you have this angle 60 degree or whatever angle is given there, to find out this particular angle, that is the one which is there in the small triangle OAB, just take the half of that angle, that is 60 degree, and you get 30 degree as a final answer. That is option A. Got it? One is a lengthy method and another one is an easy method. One, maybe one step, maximum 2 steps it goes. Okay, clear? Yeah. So let's move on to the next one. So the next question, the total surface area of a solid hemisphere of radius 11 centimeter. They're asking us to find out the total surface area of a solid hemisphere. So when you have a hemisphere of radius r, what is the total surface area, TSA? You know that the TSA of a hemisphere is nothing but 2 pi r square plus pi r square. What is this 2 pi r square plus pi r square? 2 pi r square is nothing but the curved area, that is 2 pi r square. Now what is this pi r square? The circular face is having an area over here, so that is pi r square. So you have 2 pi r square and pi r square. That gives us a combined value of the total surface area is what? 3 pi r square. Okay. Now the radius is nothing but 11. So when you have to find out the TSA, what? You have to put 3 pi into 11 square, or gives us 3 pi into 121. I don't need to put the value of pi because all my options are in pi itself. So don't put the value of pi, just leave it as such. So 121 into 3 will be 363 pi centimeter square. which is option what? B. Clear? So option B is the right answer. That is 363 pi centimeter square. In some cases or in some descriptive type questions where you have no options, you might have to use the value of pi. You don't forget to use the value of pi as maybe 22/7 or 3.14. Okay. So when you leave it like this, it's okay for this question because all the options you have here is in terms of pi. So there is no issue in that. But when it's a subjective or descriptive type question, do remember to put the value of pi which is mentioned in the question. Sometimes they may be giving it as pi is equal to 22/7 or 3.14. So definitely put those values and get the answer here. Okay, clear? Yeah. So let's move on to the next one. Yeah. The question where many have had some confusions with the options. There was one option where there were 4 options actually, which were all incorrect. So I had to make a small tweak to get the right option out of this. Okay, so I have changed the option so that you get the right answer now. And the question here is a mean and mode of a given data is 16.5 and 12.5. So the mean and mode, they have given it as 16.5 and 12.5. They are asking us to find out the what? Median. So what is the formula to find out the median? The median can be found out using the formula what? Mean plus mode. So can we use just mean plus mode to find out the value of median? Is that it? Is that the right way? No. So what you have to do is what? 3 mean plus 2 mode, right? Yeah. And 3 median is equal to 3 mean plus 2 mode. So in this way, you can find out the answer. But you have what? Only one median to find. So that becomes mean by 3 plus 2 mode. Sorry, 2/3 mode. Okay, got it? Yeah. So just try to find out the value here. How much you are getting, just check the value. I'll just have a small water break and come. Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah, so I'm back here. So they are asking us to find out the mean and mode of the, they are giving us the mean and mode of the given data, that is 16.5 and 12.5. They're asking us to find the median. So I wrote the formula wrong there. So the formula exactly is 3 median is equal to what? 2 mean plus mode. So 3 median is equal to 2 mean plus mode or From that, you can write median is equal to what? 2 by 3 mean plus mode by 3. So you put that value there, 2 into what is the mean there? You have 16.5. So 2 into 16.5 plus what is a mode? You have 12.5. So that gives us 12.5, the whole divided by 3. So 2 into 16.5 is nothing but 33. 33 plus 12.5 is 45.5 divided by what? 3. So when you have 45.5 divided by 3 is 15. 0.5 will be 167. So 44.5 divided by 3, you will be getting as 15.167, which is numerically equal to this option C there, that is 15.16. Okay, so got understood how to find out this question. So remember this formula, 3 median is equal to 2 mean plus mode. I have written the formula wrong there. So that is, I have written it as 3 mode and 3 mean and 2 mode, right? So the exact formula is not, that formula that I've written there is wrong. This is the exact formula, that is 3 median is equal to 2 mean plus mode. Clear? Got it? Yeah. So let's move on to the next one. Yeah. So you have an assertion and a reasoning question there. I'm not going to write any steps here because already, because of the question, the entire page is completely full, right? So I'll just read out the question. You have a question number 19 as to find out which statement, that is whether assertion is true and reason is true, or whether assertion and reason are the correct explanation of each other, or whether assertion is true and reason is false. So there are different types of options we have here. So which out of this following options is the right one? So what is the assertion? If a box contains 5 white, 2 red, and 4 black marbles, probability of not drawing a white marble from the box is 5 by 11. The probability of not drawing a white marble. How many white marbles are there? 5. And how many marbles are not white? You have 2 and you have 4. That is total 6 marbles, right? So total 6 marbles are not white. Totally, how many marbles you have? 11. So to find out a marble which is what? Which is not white will be 6 by 11. You have 6 marbles which are not white. 6 marbles are there which are not white. So to find out the probability of that, it will be 6 by 11. So it is not 5 by 11. So our assertion is wrong. Yes, assertion is wrong. Now look at the reason. P of E dash is equal to 1 minus P of E. That is correct, because when you have P of E, suppose you have the number of white balls as the probability as 5 by 11. To find out whether the probability is not getting a white ball, it will be P of E dash. That will be 1 minus 5 by 11, or that gives us 6 by 11. So that will be definitely 6 by 11. So that is according to the rule. This formula is exactly correct. So P of E dash will be definitely equal to 1 minus P of E. That means the reason is correct. So which out of the following options is correct? So you have the fourth option, that is assertion is false, but the reason is what? True. The assertion is false here, but the reason given here is exactly right. Got it? Understood? Okay. Yeah. So let's move on to the next assertion reasoning here. Yeah. So in the following question, again, there is a statement of assertion and reason. Which out of the following is the correct option? So assertion here, if ABC and PQR are congruent triangles, then also they are similar triangles. That is assertion. The reason all congruent triangles are similar, but the similar triangles need not be congruent. That is the question. So what is the first part? ABC, and assertion is ABC and PQR are congruent. They're asking whether they are similar triangles. They're giving us a statement they are similar triangles. Yes, that is true. So if we have two congruent triangles, that is all the sides are equal, right? So PQ, ABC and PQR, if I take AB will be equal to PQ, BC will be equal to QR, AC will be equal to PR, all the angles will be equal. So if we have two exactly equal triangles which are congruent, we say they are congruent, and what happens to their this one similarity? The triangles will definitely be similar triangles. Got it? So the assertion says that when you have two triangles which are congruent, they are also similar. That is exactly true. Because for similarity, we just need the sides to be proportional or the angles to be equal. That is exactly same in the case what? When you have two congruent triangles, because their sides and angles will be in the same ratio or they will be equal. And when you look at the reason, that is all congruent triangles are similar, but similar triangles need not be congruent. Is that true? Suppose I draw two similar triangles. These two look similar. Why? Because one is zoomed out and one is zoomed in. So you have two similar triangles over here. So when you have two similar triangles over here, they need not be what? Congruent. So that is correct. So what is the reason given here? All congruent triangles are similar. That is first case that we have proved that. But similar triangles need not be congruent. Similar triangles can be congruent, but it need not be congruent. Like you don't need to say, you cannot say that it is exactly congruent to the corresponding triangle. So that option is false. So that means the reason exactly entirely as a reason, this is a true reason, because you have congruent triangles which are similar to each other, but similar triangles may or may not be congruent to each other. So the reason is also true. The assertion is also true. So option A, that is the assertion and reason are true, and the reason is the exact explanation for the assertion. Got it? The reason is our exact explanation to this assertion given there. Got it? Okay, let's move on to the next one. I hope nobody's sleeping over there. Everybody should be like taking their pens and papers ready. If you have some doubts, write it down. Don't just simply see the video or just see the answer and mug up. So try to write it down. And if you have any doubts in any of the steps, do tell me. Okay. Yeah. Moving on to the next one. Yeah. Section B. Section B, where you have 5 questions carrying 2 marks, 2 mark type questions, right? So now we are getting into the higher questions, the higher mark questions. The total we have, how many questions there? 5 questions, which we have some OR questions also. Okay. So can we move on to the question? Yes. First question. Write the denominator of the rational number 257 by 500 in the form of 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n, where m and n are non-negative integers, and hence write its decimal expansion without an actual division. So you have a fraction 257 by 500. Now, what will be the 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n form of the denominator? So look at 500. Just take the 500 and prime factorize it. So when you prime factorize it, you will be getting 100, then 520, 5, 4, and then 2, and then 2. So what will be 500? 500 can be written as, you see there are how many 5s? We have 3, that is 5 raised to 3, 5 raised to 3. Into how many 2s are there? 2 2s are there. So that is 2 raised to 2. So 257 divided by 5 raised to 3 into 2 raised to 2 will be the what form? 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n form of this particular fraction. The denominator is now written in that way. Now they are also asking us to find out the decimal expansion without actual division. There should not be any actual division that you do. So how can you find out the decimal expansion without any actual division? To understand that, look at the power of 5. The power of 5 is 3. But the power of 2 is only 2. So what should I do? I'm just multiplying it 2 here and multiplying it 2 here, the numerator. Okay, is that fine? So 257 can now be written as 257 into 2 will be 514 divided by 5 raised to 3, definitely 5 raised to 3. Look at 2 raised to 2. You have 2 raised to 2 into 2. What is 2 raised to 2 into 2? Can you write as 2 raised to 3? Yes. Any doubts in that? Now look at the denominator. 5 raised to 3 and 2 raised to 3. Both are having the same powers, 3. So can we write as 514 divided by 5 into 2, that is 10 raised to 3? Yes. So what is 10 raised to 3? You can definitely write as 514 divided by 1000. And what is 514 divided by 1000? The 0.514. So what will be the decimal expansion of this 257 by 500 without any division? It is 0.514. And what did I use? I used its prime factors. Look at the denominator, 5 raised to 3 and 2 raised to 2. To make it complete, I multiplied it with a 2. Sometimes I have to multiply with a 5. Suppose you have the denominator in the form 5 square into 2 raised to 3. Then I should be multiplying it with what? 5 there, not 2, right? So look at the denominator, what it needs, what it is needing to complete that thing into a power of 10. So here I need an extra 2 to complete and make it as a power of 10. So I have multiplied a 2 there in the numerator and denominator, and I got this as 10 raised to 3. That is nothing but 1000. So 514 divided by 1000 will be 0.514. Got it? 21st question, clear? Yes, moving on to the next one, 22nd question. A cylindrical glass tube with radius 10 centimeter has oil up to a height of 9 centimeter. Okay. So a cylindrical glass tube with radius 10 centimeter has oil which is up to 9 centimeter height. Metal cube of edge 8 centimeter is immersed completely. By how much the oil level will rise inside the glass tube? Okay. So you have a cylinder. You have a cylinder, yes. What is the radius of the cylinder? It is 10 centimeter. They are given as the radius that has 10 centimeter. And it has oil which is up to height how much? 9 centimeter. So 9 centimeter height, you have oil inside that. A metal cube of edge 8 centimeter is immersed completely inside into it. So you have a metal cube. Yes. And the edge of the metal cube is 8 centimeter. So when you are immersing an 8 cube centimeter inside that, what will be the volume rise according to physics that you have studied there? This object, when you immerse inside this cylindrical or whatever it may be, the volume rises in the same as what? The volume of the object that you are immersing inside it. So what is the volume of the object that I'm going to immerse? It is nothing but a cube. Since it is a cube, I can write as 8 into 8 into 8, right? So this is the volume of the cube that I'm immersing inside it. Yes. Now, is this 9 centimeter necessary here? No, because I already have an oil there inside which is of height 9 centimeter. I don't need to find out the exact total length of the oil. That is how much it is. I don't need to find out the total height of that. I just need to find out what is the level of rise. That is, so when I drop this cube inside, I might have a level this much increased over there. So I just need to find out that particular height. So what will be the volume of this much part? Since it is the same as that of a cylinder, what will be the volume there? It will be pi r square h. Yes. The volume there will be exactly pi r square h. Yes. So what is the radius there? It is 10 centimeter. So can you take this pi r square h is equal to this one? Because that much volume has increased, that will be numerically equal to the volume of the cube. So pi r square h will be equal to 512. That is 8 into 8 into 8. So what is h, or the increase in height? H will be equal to 512 divided by pi r square, right? Yes. So that is 512 divided by pi. I'm taking it as 3.14. Okay. Because I have radius as 10 centimeter. When I take the radius square, that is r square, I will be getting 100. So that gives us 512 divided by 314. So what is the value of this 512 divided by 314? That will be the exact height that is increased there. So 512 divided by 314. Let's look at what is the exact value there. So 314 one time, you will be getting 198. Yes, this will be almost 6 times. So 1.6, I can approximately say this value is 1.6. You might be able to find out the value still the second decimal place, but I'm just leaving it like this. So 1.6 centimeter is the level of oil that has rised here. So what is the level of oil rise? It is 1.6 centimeter. Got it? So how did we find that? The cube is immersed. So I found out the volume of the cube, 8 into 8 into 8. Now, when this cube is immersed, the level of the oil inside that will rise. So what is the volume of the oil? You know that it is in a cylindrical form. It will be pi r square h. I know the radius, it is 10. So I took it as pi r square is equal to this volume. Yes. And I equated that and found out the value of h. That is approximately, I'm not saying this is the exact value. This is approximately equal to what? This is 1.6 centimeter. Clear? Yeah. Question number 23. Yeah. So you have question number 23 as the mean and median of 100 observations are 50 and 52 respectively. The value of the largest observation is 100. It was later found that it is 110 and not 100. What is the true mean and what is the median? Okay, so the mean and median of 100 observations is what? 50 and median. So they're asking us to find out the true mean. So what happened here? The value of the largest observation is 100. It was later found that it is 110 but not 100. So that is a question. So what will be the true mean or what will be the exact mean there? Okay, so what is the formula for mean? Let's write the formula for mean. The formula for mean is nothing but the sum of all observations, divided by the total observations, right? Total number of observations. That will be the formula for finding the mean. This is what we have studied. Now look at the sum of all observations. You have 100 observations which are having a mean 50, right? So if you have 100 observations which has a mean 50, that means the sum is how much? The sum is 550 into 100, that is 5,000. So this should be the sum. This should be the sum of all the observations, right? Because if we are taking it as a normal case, it will be the sum here. That is 5,000 will be the sum. Now look here. Instead of 110, instead of the largest observation 100, it was later found that it is not 100, it is 110. So what happens? Is the sum now 5,000? No. Why is that a no? Because the large observation previously was 100, but now it has turned out to be 110. That means there is a 10 or increase of 10 there, right? So when there is an increase of 10 in the largest value, that will correspondingly change the sum also. So what about the new sum? The new sum is not 5,000. The new sum is 5,000 plus that 10, that will be 5010. So this will be the new sum. So when you have a new sum, what is the total mean? What is the new mean or the true mean? They're asking us to find out the true mean, right? So the true mean will be the sum of all observation, that is 5010 divided by the total number of observation is how much there? 50, right? 50 or 100? 100. So that gives us 5010 divided by 100, or it is 50.1. So what is the new mean? It is 50.1. Clear? So this gives us the new mean or the true mean. The mean has changed just because what happened? The value 100 was changed to 110. So there's a small increase of 10. So what happens to the sum? There's a small increase of 10 in the sum also. Since there is a small increase in the sum, what happens? There is a change in mean, and the corresponding change in mean is 5010 divided by 100, or it is 50.1. Clear? Now, they're asking us to find out the median also. What is the median in a raw data? In a raw data, if I'm writing A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So here, what will be the median? It will be the middle term, right? So just take from the, you can just take the ascending order or the descending order, and you get the middle term, that is D, as the median. What happens to the median here? You have 52 as the median, right? They are giving us the median as 52. But what happens? There is a change in the last term. From 100, the last term has now become 110. Is that 110 going to change the median there? No, that 110 is not going to change the median, because that median is 52. And we are not changing any value which is between 50 and 55, right? So 52 is not changing at all. So what happens to the middle term? It stays as such. There is no change in the median. So the median can be written the same, that is, the median will be 52 itself. Clear? So nothing happens to the median just because you're only changing the top value, that is 100 is being changed to 110. Not any values in between 0 and 100, or not any values which are in the middle part of the raw data. So you're not changing anything in the middle part. Nothing happens to the median. It stays as such. It will be 52 itself. Clear? So that was about question number 23, where I have used a formula to find out mean. That is, I have changed the total sum and I have found out the mean there. Clear? Yeah. Okay, moving on to the next one. So you have two parts there. 24th question has two parts. One over part is there. What is the first part? Find C if the system of equations cx plus 3y plus 3 minus c, which is equal to 0, and 12x plus cy minus c is equal to 0, has infinitely many solutions. That is one part. And there is an OR part. I'll read that OR part later. First, let's look at the first part. So in the system of equations, it has infinitely many solutions. So when two equations has infinitely many solutions, what happens? You know that when there are two equations, a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0, when they are having infinitely many solutions, a1 by a2 will be equal to b1 by b2, will be equal to c1 by c2. Why are they all equal? Why are they all equal? Because when there are two lines which have infinitely many solutions, suppose there is one line like this, the other line will exactly follow the same path. There won't be any change. The lines, or both the lines will be coinciding each other, or all the points which are there for the first line will be the same for what? The second line also. So they have infinitely many solutions. So this is the case of infinitely many solutions. A1 by A2 will be definitely equal to B1 by B2 and equal to C1 by C2. Now what is A1, B1, C1 and A2, B2, C2? A1 is C, A2 is, sorry, B1 is 3 and C1 is 3 minus C. And what is the value here? It is A2 is 12, B2 is C, and C2 is minus C. So can you write it as C divided by 12 is equal to 3 divided by C is equal to 3 minus C divided by minus C. So this will be the condition, right? So this will be the condition that I get here. Now, what is the value of C here? First, in this first case, can you write it as C, this one cross multiplying each other, you get C square is equal to 36. Yes, I get as 3 square is equal to 36. Sorry, C square is equal to 36. Or from this, I get C is equal to root 36, or this can be equal to plus or minus 6. Yes, because 6 also has a square 36 and minus 6 also definitely has a square 36. So C is what? Plus or minus 6. Okay. Now, is my answer complete? I can simply write over here and get the final value of C. Is that it? No. Why there is a no? Because you have another part that is 3 by C is also equal to 3 minus C by minus C. So just equate these two. That is 3 by C is equal to 3 minus C by minus C, right? And when I equate these two, I get these two cancel and minus 1. When I take it to the left side, I get minus 3 is equal to 3 minus C, or I get C is equal to 3 plus 3, that is equal to 6. So when I took the second and the third equation, I got C is equal to 6. When I took the first and the second, I got two values plus or minus 6. Now, what is the problem here? There's a small problem that we have. That is, when in the first case, I got C as two values, plus 6, minus 6. In the second and third, I got C as what? Only plus 6. So that means C cannot take both the values. C can take only one value. And what is the common value in these two? It is 6 itself. So what is the value of C here? The value of C should be taken as 6. Only then the system of linear equations will be what? Will be having infinitely many solutions. Clear? So that is about this question number 24's first part. Okay, so those who have answered this first part, this is the answer. That is the value of C will be equal to 6. Now those who have answered the second part. In what ratio P minus 4, 6 divides the line segment joining the points A minus 6, 10 and 3 minus 8? So this is a question directly from what? The section formula, the coordinate geometry. So you have 2 points A and B. What is the value of A? Minus 6, 10. What is the value of B? 3 minus 8. What is the point P? It is minus 4, 6. Now they're asking me to find out in what ratio is it divided. So to find out the ratio in section formula, just keep it as K is to 1. Just keep it as K is to 1. Let the ratio be K is to 1. Now, applying the section formula, when you apply the section formula, what happens? K into 3, that is 3K, plus 1 into minus 4, that is minus 4, by K plus 1 is equal to, what is the X coordinate here? Minus 4. So 3K plus minus 4 by K plus 1 is definitely equal to minus 4. Or from there, I can write 3K minus 4 is equal to, minus 4K minus 4. So this is what I get there. Minus 6. Okay, this point was minus 6, right? Yeah. 1 second, give me 1 second. Minus 6, 10. I just wrote it as minus 4. So K into 3 is what? 3K. 1 into minus 6 is minus 6 divided by K plus 1. And that will be equal to what? Minus 4. So when you take this K plus 1, you get it as 3K minus 6 is equal to minus 4K minus 4. So minus 4K to the left side, I get 3K plus 4K. 7K is equal to minus 4 plus 6, that is 2. Or K, 7K is 2, or K is what? 2 by 7. I took the ratio as what? K is to 1. So what is the new ratio now? 2 by 7 is to 1. So what is 2 by 7 is to 1? You can also write it as 2 is to 7. So what will be the ratio here? It is 2 is to 7. So understood what is the ratio between the points A and B when it is divided by the point P? It is nothing but 2 is to 7. Clear? Can we move on to the next one? If you have any doubts, feel free to put that in the chat box. Okay, I'll if we are getting some time, I'll definitely solve those doubts also. Okay. Yeah. So next one, we have two questions again, or questions. Given figure AB is a 6-meter high pole and DC is a ladder inclined at an angle 60 degree to the horizontal and reaches up to a point D of the pole. If AD is 2.54 meter, what is the length of the ladder? That is a question. Okay. So you have to find the length of the ladder. So what is the ladder here? This one is a ladder. Where is the ladder? This one is a ladder. Now, if this is 2.54, what about this length? BD. Can you write BD as 6 minus 2.54? Yes. And what is 6 minus 2.54? It is nothing but 3.46 meter. Yeah, that will be 3.46 meter. So this one you get it as 3.46. Clear? Now look at the angle there. The angle made by the ladder with the ground is 60 degree. Now I'm asked to find out this ladder length. So I have 60 degrees opposite side, and then hypotenuse side is also there. So what I have to use there? Sine 60. So I use sine 60. I get it as 3.46 divided by the length of the ladder. I'm taking it as L. So that is L. Sine 60 is nothing but root 3 by 2, which is equal to 3.46 by this one is L. Yeah. So that is L. So 3.46 by L. What is root 3? 1.73 divided by 2 is equal to 3.46 divided by L, the ladder's length. 1.73 and 3.46 has something to do, right? What is that? This double. So this one I can write as 2. So the length L will be, this 2 comes here, 2 into 2, 4 meter. So what will be the length of the ladder? It will be 4 meter. Approximately, it can be approximately also, because I have taken root 3 as 1.73. It has more decimal places also. So I have to approximate and write it as what? 4 meter. Okay. In some cases, the question itself, they will be giving use root 3 as 1.73. In some questions, they will be giving. So if that is the case, then directly you can write without approximation, you can write that is the exact answer. But here they are not giving us what is root 3. So I took it as 1.73. I could have taken more decimal places also, and I would have got more accurate value. So this is just an approximate value. That is the length of the, or the distance between this point here and this point on the ground is how much? 4 meter. That is the length of the ladder. Clear? Okay. The or part of that question. Shyam decided to donate a canvas for 20 tons conical in shape with base diameter 14 meter and height 24 meter to a center for handicapped persons welfare. The cost of 2 meter wide canvas is ₹40 per meter. Find the amount by which Shyam helped sender. A question where there are a lot of calculations, because you have a tent, you have 20 tons, you have to find something. I'll tell you what that is. It is given the diameter 14 meter, height 24 meter. The cost of making the canvas also it is given. So that is a question there. And what is asked there? Find the amount by which the Shyam was helping them. Like, what is the total amount in which Shyam has donated there? So that is a question. So there is a tent. What is the shape of the tent? Conical shape. Okay, so there is a conical tent there. Base diameter is 14. So I'm not taking the diameter, I'm taking the radius. The radius is 7 meter. So the radius is 7 meter. And the height is 24 meter. So the height here is how much? 24 meter. Clear? So the radius is 7 meter, height is 24 meter. Now, if the cost of 2 meter wide canvas, let it be there. This last part I'm not taking right now. Okay. So let's find out what is the they are paying, or they're making the tent, right? Yeah. So they're making the tent. So what I'm doing here is I'm finding the area of this particular tent. So there are 20 tents. So what is the area, or the curved surface area of a tent? What is the formula for finding the curved surface area? It is pi RL, right? Pi R into slant height. So what will be the slant height L? You have 24 and 7 meter, 24 as a height and radius as 7 meter. So the slant height will be root of 24 square and 7 square, sum of that. So that will give us 576 plus 49, or root of 625, or that is nothing but 25 meter. So this will be 25 meter. So what will be the CSA of one conical tent? It will be pi into the radius is 7 into the length is, or the slant height is 25. And when you do that, pi is how much? 22 by 7 into 7 into 25. So these two gets cancelled. 25 into 22, that is 550. So what will be the area of one conical tent? It will be 550 meters square. Okay, so 550 meters square is the area of one conical tent. So like that, how many conical tents he is making? 20. So what is the area of 20 tents? So for 20 tents, the area will be 550 into 20. That will be 11000 meters square. Clear? So this will be the area of total 20 tents. Now, the question is not to find out the area, but we need the area, right? The question is to find out the cost. If the cost of 2 meter wide canvas is rupees 40 meter, 2 meter wide canvas is 40 per meter. Now, what will be the total amount that Sham has helped here with? So you have 2 meter wide canvas rupees 40. So for 2 meter, if it is 40, for 1 meter it will be what? The half of it. That is 20 rupees. So for 1 meter square, the total cost will be 20 rupees. So now I have a total area of 11,000 meters square. So what will be the total cost? The total cost will be 11,000 multiplied with this 20, and I'll be getting it as 22, then 000, one more zero. So 2,20,000 rupees will be the total money that who donated? Sham has donated to this center. That is, yeah. Which center is that given there? Yeah, Center for Handicapped Persons Welfare. So this is the total amount that he has donated to that particular center. Got it? Can we move on to the next one? We are running out of time, so I'm just going a little quicker. Question number 26. Yeah, moving on to section C. Question number 26. So there were two questions which were out of syllabus, right? So for this session, I have changed those questions, and this question is currently from the syllabus, that is proving that root 5 is irrational, which is part of the syllabus. There was a question instead of this one that's using Euclid's division algorithm. So I have got to know that that part is deleted from your session, but it's a very important one. Even though it's deleted from your syllabus, it's very important for your maybe the 11th and the 12th that you're going right now. Next. So now here they are asking us to prove root 5 is what? Irrational. So you have to prove root 5 is irrational. How can you prove that? By the method of contradiction, right? So by the method of contradiction, how can you prove root 5 is irrational? So what do you have to do? Let root 5 be rational. So take root 5 as a rational number, or you can write root 5 is equal to P by Q. So when you have root 5 is equal to P by Q, take the square, or 5 is equal to P square by Q square. This is a common question that every time comes for the board exam. So 5 is equal to P square by Q square, and Q square goes to the left side. 5Q square is equal to P square. Okay. So if 5Q square is equal to P square, can you say P square is a multiple of 5? Yes. P square is a multiple of 5. So if P square is a multiple of 5, you can say P is also a multiple of 5. P is also a multiple of 5. So if P is multiple of 5, can we write P is equal to 5R? Yeah, 5 into another number, right? If P is a multiple of 5, we can write P is equal to 5R. Now taking the square, I get P square is equal to 25R square. I'm taking the square on both sides. You have already P square is equal to 5Q square. So putting that here, you get 5Q square is equal to 25R square. This 5 and this one gets cancelled. So you get Q square is equal to 5R square. So Q square is equal to 5R square. If Q square is equal to 5R square, you can say Q square is a multiple of what? Q square is a multiple of 5. If Q square is a multiple of 5, Q is also a multiple of 5. Q is also a multiple of 5. Okay. So Q is a multiple of 5. P is a multiple of 5. So what you can say? P and Q have a common factor. So P is a multiple of 5 and Q is a multiple of 5 means you can say P and Q have a common factor. They have a common factor. And what is a common factor? It is 5. So if P and Q have a common factor, they are not coprime. They are not what? Coprime. When you write root 5 is equal to P by Q, they are coprime. They should be coprime numbers. But here in this case, P and Q is having a common factor, which is what? 5. Since it is having a common factor 5, they are not coprime. Therefore, you have to write P and Q are not coprime. They are not coprime. So if they are not coprime, what you can say? Therefore, our assumption is wrong. Our assumption is wrong. So our assumption is wrong means instead of root 5 is rational, that our assumption that we have taken, we have to write root 5 is what? Irrational. So root 5 is what? Irrational. Clear? So this is the steps that we have to follow. These are the steps that we have to follow while proving any number which is given here. Instead of root 5, it can be root 2 or root 3 or root 7 also. So in any of this case, this is the step that we have to follow. Clear? So first we assume that it is rational, then we prove that it is irrational, then we contradict the statement. So I have contradicted the statement that is rational by saying that it is having a common factor. When it is having a common factor, that statement gets contradicted, saying that it is co-prime. And when it is co-prime, it cannot become a rational number, or it is what? Definitely now an irrational number. Clear? Can we move on to the next one? Any doubts? Okay. So what is the next one? 27. There's the sum and the product of zeros of the polynomial ax square minus 6x plus c are equal to 12 each. What is the value of a and c? So what is the polynomial here? Ax square minus 6x plus c. So that is a polynomial, right? Yeah. So this is a polynomial. So in this polynomial, what do you have? The sum and product. The sum is equal to both are equal to 12. So what is the sum? Sum is always equal to minus b by a. That is, the second term's negative. That is, already it is minus 6, so its negative will be 6. Divided by a is what? A itself. So this sum is equal to 12. So can you write 6 by a is equal to 12? Yes, I can definitely write 6 by a is equal to 12. And the product of zeros. Product of zeros will be, the product will be equal to the last term, the constant divided by the first term's coefficient, c by a. The c by a is what? So we don't have c, we don't have a. So I can write c by a is definitely now equal to 12 itself. So I have two things, 6 by a is equal to 12 and c by a is equal to 12. If 6 by a is equal to 12, can I write a is equal to 6 by 12, or is that equal to 1 by 2? Yes. So a is equal to what? 1 by 2. If a is equal to 1 by 2, can we put that here and write c divided by 1 by 2 is equal to 12? Taking this 1 by 2 here, I get c is equal to 12 into 1 by 2. Yes. So 12 into 1 by 2 is nothing but 6. So what is the value of c? The value of c is 6. The value of a is what? 1 by 2. So these are the values of a and c in this question. Clear? Easy question. Can we move on to the next one? Yeah. So question number 28, I'm moving a little quicker. Question number 28. What is our question? Sine 30, tan square 60 plus sine square 90 cos 60. Then you have tan square 30 plus 2 tan 45 cos square 0 sine 90. This is the question. So put each value. Sine 30 is 1 by 2 into tan square 60. Tan 60 is root 3. So tan square 60 is 3 plus sine square 90 is 1, or sine 90 is 1. Sine square will be again 1 square, or it is 1. Cos 60 will be 1 by 2 into tan square 30. Tan 30 is 1 by root 3, or tan square 30 will be 1 by root 3 square, or 1 by 3 plus 2 tan 45. 2 into 1. Tan 45 is 1. Cos square 0. Cos 0 is how much? Cos 0 is 1 itself. For cos square 0 is again 1. Sine 90, that is also 1. So now do the calculations. 1 into 3 by 2. 3 by 1 by 2 into 3. 3 by 2 plus again 1 by 6 plus 2. Now doing all the calculations, or multiply or taking the LCM. Just take the LCM here and you get it as 9 plus 1 plus 12 divided by 6. Okay, that is 10 plus 12, that is 22. 22 by 6, or you can also write as 11 divided by 3. So 11 by 3 is the answer for this question. Clear? So I have put all the values here. So sine 30, tan square 60, sine square 90, cos 60, tan square 30, 2 tan 45, cos square 0, and sine 90. There is a small gap between this tan square and 30 and this one also. So there are some gaps, but don't get mistaken. So this is sine tan square 30. This has to be taken as tan square 30 itself. Okay. Clear? Okay. Moving on to the next one. Question number 29. The 12th term of an AP is 4.5 times the second term, and the 9th term exceed 2 times the third term by 15. Find the first term and the common difference. A question from arithmetic progression, right? So the 12th term of an AP is 4.5 times the second term. So that means A12 is equal to 4.5, can you write as 9 by 2? Yes, because much more easier if you write it as 9 by 2. So 9 by 2 times the second term. So that is A2. So A12 means A plus 11D. So A plus 11D is equal to 9 by 2 into A2 means A plus D, right? Taking this 2 to the left side, you get 2A plus 22D is equal to 9A plus 9D. And moving all this to the left side or right side, you get it as 7A. 2A, if I take it, I get it as 7A. Then you have 22. When you move it to the side, you will get this minus 13D, because 9D minus 22 will be minus 13D, which is equal to 0. So this is one equation I'm getting. I'm not getting A and D, I'm getting an equation in terms of A and D. Now, the next thing that they have given here is the ninth term exceed 2 times the third term by 15. So ninth term means A9. It exceeds 2 times the third term by 15. So 2 times A3 by how much? 15. So 2A3 plus 15. So A9 will be A plus 8D, which is equal to 2A3 means A plus 2D plus 15. So I get it as A plus 8D is equal to 2A plus 4D plus 15. This is what I get. Okay. Now, if I take everything to the left side or the right side, I get it as 2A and A will be A. 4D minus 8D will be minus 4D. Take the 15 to the left side, you get it as minus 15. So this is the second equation. So you have 7A minus 13D is equal to 0, one equation. A minus 4D is equal to minus 15, another equation. Okay. Equate these two and find out the values. So when you equate, I'm just multiplying this by 7. So when I multiply, I get it as 7A minus 28D is equal to minus 105. Right? Yeah, that is minus 105. So I write the two equation as 7A and the other equation is 28D is equal to minus 105. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to subtract these two. So when I subtract these two, what happens? When I subtract these two, 7A and 7A gets cancelled. Minus 13D minus minus 28D will be what? Minus 13D minus minus 28D will be plus. So that gives us 15D. 0 minus minus 105 is again plus. So that gives us 105. So 15D is equal to 105. Or what is D from that? 105 divided by 15, or that is 7. So you get the value of, you get the value of this one, this part over here as 115 divided by 15, that is nothing but 7. So this D common difference is 7. Now I need to find out the first term. So put that common difference here in this first equation. So 7A minus 13 into 7 is equal to 0, or 7A is equal to 13 into 7 is 91. Or A is equal to 91 by 7, that is equal to 13. Clear? So what is the value of A? The first term, 13. So A is 13. The common difference D is how much? 7. Clear? Simple, easy question. Question number 29. Okay, can we move to the next one? 30th question of this, the last question of this section. Again, an OR question, right? Let's look at the first part. Solve root of 2x minus 17 plus x is equal to 10. So when you solve that, first thing I'm taking here is I'm taking the x to the right side. So I took the x entirely to the right side because x is not inside the root. So when x is not inside the root, I can take that to the right side and write as 10 minus x. Now taking the square, I get it as root 2x plus 7 is 2x plus 7. 10 minus x is 100 minus 20x plus x square. Yes, definitely it is that. Then I can rearrange and write it as x square minus this 2x comes to the left side. I get it as 22x. Then this one 7 comes to the left side, and I can right side I can write it as 100 minus 7, that is 93. So this is what I get. So x square minus 22x minus 93 is equal to 0. Okay, now I need to find out. Sorry, the question is 2x minus 17, right? I misread it as plus 7. Okay, there was a small error there. Yeah, so root of 2x minus 17 plus x is equal to 10. So when I take it to the right side, I get 2x minus 17 is equal to 10 minus x. Take the square on both sides. I get 2x minus 17 is equal to 100 minus 20x plus x square. Moving everything to the right side, I get it as x square minus 22x plus 117 is equal to 0. So this is what I get. Okay, is there any issue here? No. So x square minus 22x plus 117 is equal to 0. So you have product 117 and sum is how much? Minus 22. Can we solve that and find out the value? If the product is 117 and the sum is 22, what will be the terms, or what will be the zeros of this particular equation? So 117, I just need to prime factorize. So when I prime factorize with 3, I get as 39. Then again 3, I get 13. So it is nothing but 13 into 9. So 13 and 9, when I add these two, I get it as 22. But I have minus 22 here. So what should I do? I should take it as minus 13 and minus 9. So x square minus 13x minus 9x plus 117. This is what I should take. Okay, x square minus 13x minus 9x. Don't take it as plus 13 and plus 9. It is minus 13 and minus 9. And now I'm taking the common x into x minus 13. Yes. Minus 9 into x minus 13. Yes. Equal to 0. So I get x minus 9 into x minus 13 is equal to 0. Okay. So when I put that, I'll be getting x minus 9 plus into x minus 13 equal to 0, or x is equal to what? 9 and 13. So what are the two values of x that I'm getting here? I'm getting that as 9 and 13. Clear? Now, look here. I cannot complete the answer just like this. I have to look at the question also. So look at the question. You have two values of x. I have 9 and 13. Just put the value 9 here. When you put the value 9 here, you get 18. 18 minus 17 is 1. So that goes. Then 1 plus 9 is 10. That's exactly satisfying. Now, when you put 13, 13 here, 13 into 2 is 26. 26 minus 17 is 9. And what is the root of 9? 3. So 3 plus, when you put this x 13, 3 plus 13, is that giving me 10? Is that giving us 10? That 13 is not giving or not satisfying here. Just put that over there and just check. Is that 13 satisfying that one? No. 13 into 26 minus 79. Root of 9 is 3. That is fine. But this one is 3. This one is 13. Is that 13 plus 3 giving you 10? It is not giving me 10. So I cannot take this 13. I can only take which one? I can only take 9 as the value. So what is the x value? 9. So in questions like this, you might get two values, but make sure you put that back into the question and check whether it is satisfying or not. If it is only, if one value is satisfying, that is the only answer there. If both the values are satisfying, then you should be writing that both the values, that is 9 and 13 are satisfying. But in this case, only 9 is satisfying. So finish the answer like that. Clear? Okay. Moving on to the second part, the or part of the question. You have two similar triangles. Yeah, two similar triangles. Find the area of ABC and DF. Easy question. So how to do that? Just look at the side, 15 and 17. If this is 15 and 17 and this is 90 degree, this is 17 square minus 15 square, right? Pythagoras theorem. And what is 17 square minus 15 square? 218 and minus 225. That is root 64 or 8. So this side is 8 centimeter. You know, this side is 5 centimeter. This side is now 8 centimeter. So what is the areas ratio? Area of ABC divided by area of DEF. What will be the ratio? It will be the equal to the square of these two, because I know only these two. I know this 5 and I know this 8. I have this 15, but I don't have this one. I have this 17. I don't have this side, but I only have this corresponding as 5 and 8. So what do you have to do? You have to take it as 5 square by 8 square, or that is nothing but 25 by 64. So the total answer or the ratio of areas here is 25 by 64, just by taking the side, that is by using Pythagoras theorem. I got this side as 8. I just substituted back there. I got the value. Clear? Understood how to find the area? So that is all about section C. We have discussed 3 sections till now, and there are 8 more questions or 2 more sections left to discuss. Okay, let me have a quick water break and I'll come back. Okay. So moving on to section D, the first question that we have. Yeah. So to find out the zeros of polynomials and verify the relationship between the zeros and the whole values. First question that we have here is x square plus 7x plus 10. This question also, there was another question in place of this one where you have to find the division, or you have to find the factors using long division steps, which is removed from the syllabus recently, right? So I have changed that question into another one where you have to find the zeros of the polynomials and verify the relationship. This is part of the syllabus right now, and it's an easy question in place of what we had currently. This is an easy question, but long division is exactly what used to come years back. It's very important because dividing polynomials has always been difficult for students. Maybe that's the one reason they might have removed that, but still this question is challenging. Let's look at how to solve this one. That is x square plus 7x plus 10 is the polynomial. Find the zeros, verify the relationship. That is a question, right? So let's find out the zeros of the first one, x square plus 7x plus 10. Look at the product. The product is 10, sum is 7. So the numbers will be 5, 2. So can you write x square plus 7x as 5x plus 2x? Yes, plus 10. Just equate with 0, right? To find out the zeros, I'm just equating that with 0. So I can take common here, x into x plus 5 plus 2 into x plus 5. So I can now write it as x plus 2 into x plus 5 or equal to 0, or I can write x is equal to minus 2 and x is equal to minus 5. So I have two roots. Roots are now taken as what? Alpha, beta. So I'm taking alpha as minus 2 and beta as minus 5. So alpha is minus 2, beta is minus 5. I got the zeros. Now they're asking me to find out the relationship between the zeros and verify them. So what is the first relation? Alpha plus beta should be equal to minus c by a. That is the first relation. So what is alpha and beta? Minus 2 and minus 5. What is alpha plus beta? Minus 2 plus minus 5. That is minus 7. That is alpha plus beta. In case of minus c by a, look at c. Sorry, alpha plus beta should be equal to minus b by a, not c by a. I have written it wrong there. It is minus b by a. Look at what is b here? 7. So minus b is minus 7. By a is how much? 1. Minus 7 by 1 is nothing but 7 itself. Minus 7 itself. So that means the first part is satisfying, alpha plus beta. Now look at the second part, alpha, beta, the product. The product should be equal to c by a. What is the product of zeros? Minus 2 into minus 5, the product is what? 10. Now look at the next part, c by a. This is c by a. What is c here? You have 10. What is a here? 1. So you have 10 by 1. So c by a is 10 by 1 and alpha, beta is also 10. So that means they are c. So what happens here? You found out the zeros. You have verified whether they are exactly the zeros of the polynomials by using this method. That is alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a and alpha beta is equal to c by a. Clear? Now there is another part there. What is that? 6x square minus 3 minus 7x. So that is another polynomial. So first write that polynomial in the standard form. That is the first thing that you have to do. So when you write that polynomial in the standard form, I get 6x square minus 7x minus 3. So this is the standard form. Now looking at the product, it is minus 18. And what is the sum? It is minus 7. So what will be the numbers? Minus 9 and 2. So 6x square minus 9x plus 2x minus 3. Put it is equal to 0. 6x square and minus 9x. I have 3x common. Then you have 2x minus 3 plus, then you have multiply, then you take 1 out. Then you have again 2x minus 3. That is equal to 0. So 2x minus 3 into 3x plus 1 is equal to 0. Or from that you can write x is equal to 3 by 2, one value of x. Another value of x is minus 1 by 3. So I have two values of x. What is x? You have to take it as alpha. So alpha is 3 by 2, beta is minus 1 by 3. Now to verify the relationship, alpha plus beta, take the sum. So what is alpha plus beta? It is 3 by 2 plus minus 1 by 3, or it is 3 by 2 minus 1 by 3, or 9 minus 2 by 6, or it is 7 by 6. So this is alpha plus beta. This should be equal to minus b by a. So what is minus b by a? B is how much here? B is B is minus 7. So minus b is what? 7. By a is how much? The coefficient is 6. So these two are equal. Yes, they are equal. So alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. Similarly, alpha beta, what is our product? 3 by 2 into minus 1 by 3, product will be minus 1 by 2. So this is a product. So when you have this minus 1 by 2 as the product, what do you have to do? You have to check with c by a. So when I check with c by a, I'm going to get it as minus 3 by 6, that is minus 1 by 2. So this is c by a. So you have C by A and alpha beta, which are both equal. So when they are both equal, you can say that this is also verified. Understood? So I found out the zeros of the polynomials. I verified the relationship also. Clear? Moving on to the next one. There is an OR part for this question. The sum of areas of two squares is 400 centimeters square. If the difference of their perimeters, is 16 centimeter, determine the sides of the two squares. So sum of the areas of two squares is 400. So you have two squares. Just consider two squares. Okay, the sum of the areas is 400 centimeters square. If the difference of their perimeters is 16 centimeter, find out the determine the sides of the two squares. So I'm taking the side of this square as x and this square as y. What is the perimeter of this one? 4x. What is the perimeter here? 4y. Right? The difference of their perimeter is 16. So I can either take the first square as the bigger one or the second. I can take it as in any way. So I'm just taking this one as the smaller one, this one as the bigger one. So I can write 4y minus 4x is equal to what? 16. They are given it as 16 centimeter as the difference of the perimeters. So 4y minus 4x is 16 centimeter means I can take 4 common and write it as y minus x is equal to 16. Right? Or y minus x is equal to 16 divided by 4, or that is nothing but 4. So y minus x is 4. Okay, let this be the first equation. Now the sum of the two squares, the sum of the areas of two squares. What is the area of the first square? X square. What is the area of the second square? Y square. So I can write x square plus y square is equal to how much? 400. This is the sum of areas. Okay, so I have y minus x is equal to 4. From that, can I write y is equal to 4 plus x? Yes, y is equal to 4 plus x. Put that here. I get x square plus 4 plus x. The whole square is equal to 400. Or I get x square plus 16 plus x square plus 8x is equal to 400. Okay, so x square plus x square, 2x square plus 8x. Then 16 and this 400 comes to the left side. I get it as 384 is equal to 0. And now what should I do? I should divide it by 2 because all are even numbers. So when I divide it by 2, I get x square plus 4x minus 192 is equal to 0. So this is the quadratic equation I get. So I get a quadratic equation. Now I need to solve this quadratic equation. The product is minus 192 and the sum is 4. So what are the numbers when product is minus 192 and sum is 4? What are the numbers? Minus 192 means just take prime factorize it, you get it as 96, 48, 24, 2, 12, 2, 6, 2, 3. So I need the sum of 4, right? So when I need a sum of 4, I'm just taking 2 to 4, then 16. So I took 16 and then I have this much 12. So 16 and 12. 16 and 12, when I add together, I will not get 4, right? But 16 and minus 12, 16 and minus 12 if I take. So when I take 16 and minus 12, I get product minus 192 and sum 4. So I can write it as x square plus 16x minus 12x minus 192 equal to 0, or x into x plus 16 minus 12 into x plus 16 is equal to 0, or you get x minus 12 into x plus 16 equal to 0. So you have two values of x. X is 112 and the other one is minus 16. But minus 16 is not possible. Why is it not possible? It is a part of the quadratic equation, or it is the zero, it is the root of a quadratic equation. But here, since it is a side of a square, this is a side of a square. So this should be 12, or it should be positive. It should not be negative. So x is how much? 12. So this side is 12 centimeter. Now what about the other side? The other side we have taken as y minus x is equal to 16. Sorry, y minus x is equal to 4. So if y minus x is equal to 4, y is equal to what? 4 plus x. 4 plus x in place of x, what you have? 12. So 4 plus 12 is nothing but 16. So what is the side of this square? 16 centimeter. What is the side of this square? 12 centimeter. So what I have got the side of the two squares as 12 centimeters and the other one is 16 centimeter. Clear? Moving on to the next one. A probability question where you are given a bag containing 15 balls for which X are blue and the remaining are red. The number of red balls are increased by 5. The probability of drawing the red balls doubles. Find the probability of red ball, blue ball, and probability of blue ball if 5 extra balls are actually added. Okay. So there are 15 balls. 15 balls. There is an or part for the question. Let's keep that or part for the time being. Yeah. So 15 balls are there, of which X are blue and the remaining are red. So how many blue balls are there? X blue balls. Remaining are red. So what is the remaining? If X balls are blue, the remaining will be 15 minus X, right? The remaining will be 15 minus X. If the number of red balls are increased by 5, so I am putting 5 more red balls. So what is the total number of red balls? 15 minus X plus 5, or that is 20 minus X. So this is 20 minus X. The red balls count is 20 minus X. Blue balls is X. So I have total this many balls, red and blue. They are also saying if the number of red balls are increased by 5, the probability of drawing the red balls doubles. Okay, the probability of drawing a red ball. In the previous case, what is the first case? You have how many red balls? 15 minus X. What is the probability there? 15 minus X by 15. That is the probability of getting a red ball there. Now, what is the probability of getting a red ball? 20 minus X divided by the total balls is how much? 20. So what is the probability now? 20 minus X by 20. This new probability is what? Double of the previous one. That is what they're saying. So 2 into 15 minus X by 15 is now equal to 20 minus X by 20. Or you can also say 30 minus 2X by 15 is equal to 20 minus X by 20. I can cancel this one by 5 and write as 3 and 4. Cross multiply each other. 30 minus 2X is 4 is 120 minus 8X is equal to 3 into this one is 60 minus 3X. Okay, so this one goes here 60 minus 8X comes to the right side. I get 5X. So X is how much? 60 divided by 5, 12. So that means how many blue balls are there? 12 blue balls. How many red balls are there? 15 minus X. 15 minus X is 15 minus 12, that is 3. So what is the probability of red ball? What is the probability of getting a red ball? The probability of getting a red ball is 15 minus X by 15, or that is 3 by 15, or it is nothing but 1 by 5. So what is the probability of getting a red ball? 1 by 5. What is the probability of getting a blue ball? You have 12 blue balls. So 12 by 15, or that is nothing but 4 by 5. So this is 4 by 5. So 1 by 5 and 4 by 5. What is the third question? Probability of blue balls if 5 extra balls are actually added. So if what happens when there are 5 extra balls which are added? The total number of balls become 20. Instead of 15, you have now 20 balls. Now, what is the number of blue balls here? 12, because you are not increasing the count of blue. You are only increasing the count of red. So 12 by 20 divided by 4, you get it as 3 by 5. So you get it as 3 by 5. So what is the new probability? It will be 3 by 5. Clear? So that is the answer for question number 33. First question in that. There is an OR question also. What is our question? Point A minus 1y and B 5, 7 lie on a circle with center O, that is 2 minus 3y. Find the values of y and hence find the radius of the circle. Okay, so that is a question. So you have A minus 1y and B 5, 7. So there is a from the center, the center is given as 2 minus 3y. Okay. They're asking us to find out the values of y. They're asking us to find out the values of y. So how can you find out the values of y? What should be used here? And what is also not given, the radius is also not given. So look here. If this is minus 1y and this is 5, 7, is this the midpoint? Because the from the center, if I draw a perpendicular, it will reach the midpoint. So if I'm drawing a perpendicular, this will be the midpoint. I'm taking that as point as M. So what is M? M will be minus 1 plus 5, 4 by 2, 2, and y plus 7 by 2, that is 7 plus y by 2. So this will be M. Now, this one is 2 minus 3y. Okay. So this is 2 minus 3y. This is 2 comma 7 plus y by 2, and this is 5, 7. So can you connect this and write this as take this as a right angle triangle, triangle OMB. Yes, I can take that as a right angle triangle. In that right angle triangle, can you see OM square plus MB square is equal to what? OB square. Yes, because it is a right angle triangle, height square plus base square is equal to the hypotenuse square. So when you do that, you will be getting the value of what? Y there. So what do you have to do? Put the value of, instead of OM is what? The distance between 2 minus 3y and this point, 2, 7 plus y by 2. So that will be the distance between O and M. So first you have to find out OM. I'm not doing the entire calculation there. So first find out OM there, then find out OB there. It will all be in terms of Y. Okay. Then find out MP also, MB. So when you find out these three, and when you use this equation or the Pythagoras theorem, you will be getting what? You will be getting the value of Y. So that is a question. So finding the values of Y, this way you can do. Clear? I'm not doing the steps there. I'm not doing the calculations there. So Y you got. And after getting the Y, what you have to find? You have to find the radius. So to find the radius, is this the radius? OB? Yes. So in place of OB, if you have a Y there, put the value of that Y and get what? The radius there. Clear? So that is how you find out the radius of the circle. And I have leave that question to you for you guys. Just to do that, draw the circle, take OM, MB, and OB, and take the square and use Pythagoras theorem and get the value of Y. Once you get the value of Y, put that here in OB, get the value of the radius of the circle. Clear? Okay. So next is question number 34. In the given figure, O is the center of the circle. Determine an angle APC if DA and DC are tangents and angle ADC is 50 degrees. Okay. Very good question there. So I'm joining this one. If this is 50 degrees, what about this one? This angle AOC will be 180 minus 50. That is 130 degrees. So this angle over here is 130 degrees. If this is 130 degrees, what about this angle? That will be 360 minus 130. That will be 230 degrees. So this angle over here is 230 degrees. The reflex angle of that. If this is 230 degrees, what about this angle? What about that angle? That angle will be what? Half of that 230 degrees. Angle APC can be written as half of that angle, that reflex angle, not this 130, this outside the reflex 230. So half of 230 is 115 degrees. So angle APC is nothing but 115 degrees. Clear? Moving on to the next one. From the top of a 120-meter height tower, a man observes two cars on the opposite sides of the tower in a straight line with the base of the tower with an angles of depression 60 and 45 degrees. Find the distance between the two cars. So there is a car to this side and there's a car to the other side. What is the angle of depression? The angle of depression made here, that is this one. This angle here made here, one is 60 degrees and the other one is 45 degrees. This side it is 45. I'm taking this effort. If this is 45, what about this angle? That is also 45. If this is 60, what is this one? 60. You need to find out the distance between the two cars. So there is a car over here. There's a car over here. Right? So you have two cars coming in the opposite directions. One is making an angle 60 and another is making an angle 45. How to find the total distance between them? Find out this one. First, find out BC. First, find out this length and then find out this length. So how to find BC? Look at this triangle. This angle is 45 degrees. So what is tan 45? Tan 45 is AC by BC. AC is 120 by BC. So tan 45 is 1. So 1 is equal to 120 by BC. And what is BC? You get it as 120 meters. So BC is 120 meters. This length here is 120 meters. Clear? Now to find out CD, look at this angle 60 degrees. So tan 60 degree will be equal to 120 divided by CD. Tan 60 is root 3. Root 3 is equal to 120 by CD. Or CD is equal to 120 by root 3. And multiply by root 3 in the numerator and denominator. You get 120 root 3 by 3, or it is 40 root 3. So what is this distance? This distance is 40 root 3. Now what is the total distance between the cars? It will be 120 plus 40 root 3 meter. So this will be the total length, total distance between the two cars. Clear? Now we have 3 case-based questions in section E. And with that, we will be winding up this entire session. So section E, the first case-based question we have here is, two lines 3x minus 4y plus 3 is equal to 0 and 3x plus 4y minus 21 is equal to 0 are crossing a walkway in a green garden. That solve the pair of linear equations graphically. Find the coordinates of the vertices of the triangular region formed by these lines and x-axis. And what is the last part of the question? Calculate the area of the triangle. So 3x minus 4y plus 3. So first take that equation 3x minus 4y plus 3 equal to 0. Which values of x and y will solve here? Just put that inside the box. Any two values at least, any two values. So I can definitely put 1 and 0. So if I put 1 for x and 0 for y, I'll be, sorry, I won't be getting that. I have to put -1. Yeah. So -1 for x and 0 for y, I'll be getting, I'll be able to satisfy this equation, right? So that is one point. What is another point that I can do here? Can I put 2 for x? If I put 2 for x, it will become 6 plus 3, that will be 12. Sorry, 6 plus 3, 9. 9 minus 4y will be, it will be a decimal. So I'm not putting that. 3, if I put, yeah, if I can put 3. If I put 3 here, I will be getting 9 plus 3, 12. 12 is equal to 4y, that is also 3. So what is xy here? -1, 0 and 3, 3. That is for the first line. Now for the second line, that is 3x plus 4y minus 21 is equal to 0. So I'm putting the 21 to the right side. So this one I can solve. I can write as 70. Yes, 1 point is 70. And another one, if I put 5 here, that is 16. 16 plus 5, I have to put no, that is not possible. Then if I put 3 here, 9. 9 plus 12. So if I put 3, this one is 9, this one becomes 12. So 3, 3 again. So this is the two values for this one. Now, solve the pair of equations graphically. So how can I graphically solve that? Just draw the, don't draw this one, draw the other one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -1, -2, -3, 1, 2, 3. Like this is a rough diagram, just a rough diagram I'm drawing. Okay. Now the first one will have 2 points, that is -1, 0. So -1, 0 will be definitely here, somewhere here. And 3, 3. 3, 3 will be here. So the line for first equation will be, this will be the line for the first equation. Okay. And the second one is having 2, 1, that is 7, 0. I have not drawn 7, 0 here. I'll just extend this one. Yeah. 6 and this is 7. So 7, 0 will be somewhere here. This is 7, 0. And 3, 3 will be somewhere here. So what about the line for this one? This will be the line for the second equation. So this is the graph you should be getting there. Okay. So this is the graph. So that is the first one. Now, along with the graph, always try to write the equation. 3x, this one is 3x minus 4y plus 3 equal to 0. And this one is 3x plus 4y minus 21 equal to 0. So these are the two equations. Now, find the coordinates of the vertices of the triangle region formed by these lines and x-axis. Okay, look here. So what are the coordinates of the triangle? You have a triangle here, right? This is a triangle. So what are the vertices of the triangle? 3 vertices. This one. What is this one? -1, 0. What is this vertex? 7, 0. What is this vertex over here? 3, 3. So what are the 3 vertices here? -1, 0, 3, 3, and 7, 0. These are the 3 vertices there. Clear? Now what is the last part? Calculate the area. Area is nothing but half BH. So half into base into height. The base is from -1 to 7. What is the base? 8. So half into 8 into height. What is the height? This is the height. This one is 3 units. So half into 8 into 3. That is, this one is 4. 4 into 3, how much? 12 square units. So what is the area of this particular triangle? It will be 12 square units. Those who have done this using a graph paper will exactly get this area as 12 square units, and these lines also like this, and the triangle will also exactly look like this. Clear? Can we move on to the second last question? Yeah. So there is one subdivision also here. For question number 37, the following distribution represents the marks obtained by the students in Miss Gary's class. Analyze the table and answer the following. Calculate the, you have a table given there. They are asking us to find the frequency, class mark, median of the data using an empirical relation when it is given that mode is 55 and mean is 50. So first look at the table. When you look at the table, 0 or more. 0 or more means I cannot write 0 or more. So I have to write as 0 to 10. The next one, 10 or more, I have to write as 10 to 20. The next one, 20 or more means I cannot write as 20 or more, I can write as 20 to 30. Then I have 30 to 40. Then I should write 40 to 50. And then I have 50 or more also. So I should be writing 50 to 60. Okay. So this is the class interval. This is the class interval. Clear? Now look here. From the last one, when you count 50 or more means how much? 35. So put that 35 here, 50 to 60. So put that 35 there in where 50 to 60 is interval. Okay. So this is, so 50 to 60, this one 35 is the class interval. 40 to 50. If this is 42, how much has it increased? 7. So put that 7 here. Now 42 to 46, how much has increased? 4. 46 to 45, how much has increased? 9. 55 to 58, how much has increased? 3. 58 to 63, how much has increased? 5. So this is the value there. This is the frequency table there. Clear? Now they're asking us to find out the frequency of the class 20 to 30. What is the frequency of the class 20 to 30? It is 9. What is the class mark of 40 to 50? Class mark is nothing but add the two upper limits and lower limit and divide by 2. 40 plus 50 by 2 is 45. So this is the class mark. Now find the median of the data using an empirical relation which is given mode 55 and mean 50. So what is the formula? 3 median is equal to 2 mean plus mode. So use that formula. So 3 median, we don't know the median. 3 median is equal to what? 2 mean is how much? 2 mean is 2 into 50, 100 plus 55. So 155. So this will be the 3 median. So from that, what is median? Median will be 155 divided by 3, which will be somewhere equal to 51.67. So this will be the mean. Clear? So median we got it as how much? 51.67. Clear? So that is a third part here. Now they are also asking us find the mean of the first 10 odd natural and odd multiples of 5. So what is the first multiple? 5. That is the first odd multiple. Is 10 the second multiple? 10 is the second multiple, but is 10 the second odd multiple? No. So what should we write? 5. Then odd multiple is 15. Then you have 25 like that. So first, like that, you have to find out the mean of the first 10 odd multiples, right? So I'm just erasing everything. Yeah. So first will be 5, then you have 15, then you have 25, like that it goes. Okay. So what to find the mean? To find the mean, you need sum divided by total number of observation. What is the sum? You have 5, then 15 like that. So to find the sum, I'm taking n by 2. How many terms are there? 10. So 10 by 2 into first term is 5 plus n minus 1 into d. So sorry, 2a. So you have to put 2a there. So 2a means this one becomes 2 into 5, 10 plus n minus 1 into d. That is 10 minus 1, 9 into d is how much? 90. So this becomes 5 into 100, that is 500. So this is 500. The sum is 500 and the total number of terms is 10. So 500 by 10 is how much? 50. So what is the mean of first 10 odd multiples of 5? It is nothing but 50. Clear? Okay. So next question we have here is the last one. Sorry, not the last one, the second last one. Sorry, the last one, yeah. A vertical row of trees 15 meter long casts a shadow of 12 meter long on the ground. At the same time, a tower casts a shadow 60 meter long on the ground. Which mathematical concept can be used to solve the problem? Determine the length of the tower, height of the tower, or there is an OR question, then find the area of the triangle formed by the tower. So a row of trees 15 meter. So a 15 meter tree casts a shadow 12 meter. So this is the triangle. At the same time, a tower casts a shadow 60 meter. There is a tower which casts a shadow how much? 60 meter. They are asking me what is mathematical concept you can use to solve this problem. So which mathematical concept I can use here? Similarity. Because these two are right angle triangles and they look similar to each other, I can use the concept of similarity. So when I use the concept of similarity, if this is ABC, this is PQR. What is the concept that you have to use? The similar triangle concept, similar triangles concept. Now what I can write here, since they are similar, I can write the ratios are equal. That is 15 by, what is the ratio here? PQ. 15 by PQ is equal to what? 12 by 60. 12 by 60 I can cancel and write as 5. So when I take this 5 here, PQ is how much? 15 into 5, it becomes 75 meter. So this PQ over here is nothing but 75 meter. So what is the height of the tower? It is 75 meter. Clear? Understood? Okay. Yes. Now, what is the next part of the question? Next part, prove that if area of this over part, if areas of two similar triangles are equal, prove that they are congruent. So that is easy. So if you have two similar triangles, area of two similar triangles are equal. So area of, I'm taking ABC. So ABC by area of PQR. They are equal because they are given, it is equal areas. So I can say the squares of corresponding sets, AB square by PQ square is equal to AC square by PR square is equal to BC square by QR square. So this is given. Since it is equal, can it cancel this two and write it as 1? Yes. So if AB square by PR, this all things are equal to 1 now. So can you write AB is equal to PQ from that? Yes. Can I write AC is equal to PR from that? Yes. Can I write BC is equal to QR? Yes. So I can, these three are equal. So when these three sides of it, two triangles are equal, are they congruent by what rule? SSS congruency. You have studied. When two triangles, all sides of two triangles are equal, they are congruent by the SSS congruency criteria. Okay. So by that you can prove they are having the congruent. The two triangles here are what? Congruent. Clear? Now find the area of the triangle formed by the tower. In case of the tower, you got it as how much? The height is 75 and the base is 60. So what is the area here? It is half into 75 into 60. So when you cancel, this one is 30 and you get it as 225, then put a 0. So 2250 meters square. And this will be the area that is formed by the tower. Clear? Yeah. So by this, we are concluding the session where we have discussed all the questions in the mock test that I have given to you. So I hope the session was very useful to everyone. Your doubts might have solved, might not have solved due to time limitations. We have to increase the speed a little bit, not by a little bit. We in the second half, or I can say maybe after question number 25, I have increased the speed tremendously so that I will be able to finish this entire session in maybe 2.5 hours. Okay. So in this session, we have discussed almost everything, except one question here and there I have told you to do, like I've given you to do that and find out the answers. Except that everything was solved here, and any doubts, any clarifications that you want, you can put that in the chat, or you can even call us at the number that we have provided to you in Manorama Horizon's contact customer care. So any doubts you can call, and if you want, you can directly talk to me also and get it solved. Okay, so thank you for joining Manorama Horizon. Hope to see you all soon in the next sessions if we have anything coming up in the future, and also in your class 11th and 12th also, because we provide the classes for all standards, like from 11th, 12th, for everyone, for entrance exams also. We have live tuitions also coming up, and we have also recorded videos which are there, which includes all the topics from class 11th and 12th also. So see you all, and thank you.